If you're looking to buy golf clubs, it can be an expensive venture, but it doesn't have to be. And this video, we're going to offer a bit of a second-hand golf club challenge. So I've been over at Golf Clubs for Cash and I've picked up 3 sets of golf clubs at 3 very different price points. On my right here, this set, excluding the bag, comes in at just under £2,000. The set in the middle here, excluding the bag, just under £800, and the set on my left here is just under £400. So hopefully we'll be able to give you an idea of the sort of things you might be able to get at different price points through the bag. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit a few shots on the launch monitors here at Edinburgh Indoor Golf, talk through what's in each of these bags, and then I'm going to take one set away with me and I'm going to put them into play and see how I get on. Right, let's get started. Right, so I'm going to start with the set that comes in at just under £2,000, the most expensive set, and we'll list out all the golf clubs and how much they cost if you get them from Golf Clubs for Cash. And I'm going to have a quick hit with a couple of the clubs. So I'm going to start with the driver. This is the Ping G425 Max, so it's in the current family. It's now Dilla Torsion X shaft in it, so it's a good quality head, good quality shaft, and it's in very good condition as well. I love the way this golf club sits down behind the ball. It just feels really easy to hit, nice and forgiving. Let's see how we get on. Not my best swing, but not bad. That's absolutely fine. If I was on the golf course, still on that tee, and I hit it 281 yards down the middle of the fairway, I would be delighted. The fairway wood is the TaylorMade Sim 2 Max, and the hybrid is a really interesting club. It's the sort of thing I would absolutely, definitely carry in my golf bag. It's Callaway Apex 2, so 18 degrees. It sits really nice and compact down behind the ball. It feels really versatile and playable. And it's got great grip in it, and it looks and feels as good as new. This is definitely the sort of golf club I can imagine carrying for sure. I've hit that pretty well. Yeah. I mean, 232 for me with the hybrid is pretty good. So far, so good. But what about the irons? Well, I'm gonna pull out the 8 iron. So just to give you an idea, the irons that I currently carry in my bag are the Mizuno JPX 919 Forged. And this is the tour version of that club. So these are slightly thinner in the top line, a little bit more, I guess you would say, intimidating to look down on. Obviously, really like the way these look, but these do look a little bit more worn than the other golf clubs I've already hit. Let's give it a hit and see how we get on. Yeah, lovely feel, as you would expect. I think I've shoved that a bit right, have I? Yeah, but, I mean, 152 carry, 153 total, pretty good for me, so I'd be quite happy with that. And then there are 3 Miura wedges in this set. There's a 51, a 56 and a 60, and then a really nice Odyssey White Hot OG putter. It's not quite, but not far off as good as new. The grip could do with a bit of attention. I'd probably get a new grip put on this, but this is a putter I can definitely see myself using. So there you go. And hopefully it gives you an idea of what you can expect if that's the sort of money that you're looking to spend on second-hand golf clubs. Okay, set number 2 comes in, as I said, just under £800, but what would you get for your money? Well, in terms of the driver, get a TaylorMade SLDR 460. This is 10.5 degrees. It has the movable weight in the draw setting. I'm not going to move, I'm just going to hit it as it is, and it has a Fujikura Speeder 57-gram shaft in it. It looks in really good condition, this driver. Whoever owned this before me kept it in really good shape, and it has a nice, clean grip with plenty of traction. It's amazing what a new grip does to a golf club. Let's hit it and see how we get on. Not my best, a little bit right, but do you know, 282 yards, it's on the fairway. It's not my best shot by any means, but it's okay. And I think for this driver, for coming in just over £100, I think that's pretty good value. Next up, we have the Ping 15 fairway wood, looks fantastic. The next one is a tailor-made aero burner, and for me, this is quite an interesting option. It's a 19-degree hybrid, and because of that white finish, for me this one looks and feels its age a bit, because TaylorMade haven't produced these white golf clubs for a while. Having said that, I like the way it looks down behind the ball. It looks generous, it looks easy to hit. Let's find out. Not quite the right shaft for me, I can feel it already. It's a regular flex, 70 regular shaft, so let's see. Oh, I've hit that right out the middle. Come on. Yes. I'd take that for sure. But what about the irons? Well, for the irons, we've gone for a set of Cobras. So this is the Cobra King forged tech. Nice forged iron, sort of mid cavity, I'd say, kind of real sort of mid handicapper's iron. Love the way these look. It's got a great KBS Tour C taper shaft in it. Yeah, I've got the 7-iron in my hands here, so let's see what it's like. Yeah, these feel superb. Quite high ball fight, but plenty of distance actually on that iron. I would be happy to put these in the bag for sure. And then after that, I've got a couple of Cleveland RTX 3 wedges and an Odyssey White Hot Pro 7 putter, which is in really good shape, and I could see myself using this for sure. It looks really good. So that's what I would get if I was looking to spend around about £800 on a set of golf clubs. There's a couple of things in there that I'm not quite 100% sure about, but on the whole, that set, I think I could use that out on the course. But what about if I was paying under £400 for a set? What would I get then? Well, we've got the set, and the driver is the Ping G2. If anyone watching this video has played any of these clubs, please do leave some small reviews below. We'd love to hear what you have to say. I remember when this was launched. It's a 460 degree head. It's got this sort of half moon alignment in the crown, really simple looking, but I remember when it was launched and it really performed well. I really liked this driver when it first came out. It's got a Pro Launch blue shaft in it. It's 8.5 degrees. So let's give it a hit and see how we get on. Oh, I've shoved it to the right, I think. Ball speed's not bad. 161 is pretty good. And I've turned it over. That'll play. That total distance is comfortably the longest drive I've hit from any of the 3 sets that I've played, and that's the first and only shot I've actually hit with this Ping G2 driver. Very interesting indeed. The 3 wood is a Cleveland launcher, 13 degrees, and then there's a Titleist 20.5 degree fairway wood. It's a 975F. I'm sure there are people watching this who have used this in the past. I may well have also used this in the past, but this is fairly old now, and you can tell when you set it down behind the ball, it looks really quite small, really quite intimidating, and it's got a steel shaft in it. So this is not the sort of thing I'm used to using, but let's see how we get on. That felt good. Ball speed's good. It's got a bit left. It's gone a bit left, but it's gone quite a long way. You can see that smash factor is pretty good there. So how confident I would be using this out on the golf course, I'm not sure. I'm going to hit the 7-iron from the set of irons, which is a Mizuno set of MX 23s. It's a few years old, and this is in fairly well loved, I'd say, condition. It's not the best conditions, but it's not too bad. And actually, sitting this down behind the ball, a little bit of offset, quite large to look down on, but the top line isn't too thick, it's nice and thin, so it doesn't look too clunky. Actually, in terms of, for me, a game improvement set of irons, this looks pretty good. And again, as I said, it's got fairly new grips on it, so this feels quite good. Let me have a hit. I feel like I hit that well. I'm hitting this set probably the best. And again, that's gone a good distance for me for a 7-iron. Now, the wedges, I've got a TaylorMade Rack 60 and a Callaway Forged 56 degree wedge, and the putter is, I believe this is an original Ping Answer. It could do with a new grip. It's got an Odyssey grip on it, but it's a Ping putter. And this one would set you back £39.95. It's possibly a little bit short for me as well. But would I be able to use it out on the golf course? possibly not, but that's not saying anything about the putter. That's more saying about my putting, I'd say. So there you have it. That's the third and least expensive of the 3 sets. Now, which one of these am I going to take with me to test on the course? Okay, so welcome to part 2 of this video, and as you can see in front of me, I have the £800 set of golf clubs, and I'm going to put them through their paces on the golf course here. This is the international course at the London Club. It's quite tricky. I'd say for me, a good score around here would be around about an 80. And my handicap is 2.7, so I'm going to keep a card. I'm going to see how I get on. In particular, I'm looking out for whether this set of golf clubs cost me any shots versus what I would expect with my own golf clubs. I will report at the end. Let's get started. Okay, so round of golf finished. There was some good stuff in there. There was some definitely not so good stuff in there. So I shot a round of 82, which is definitely not a great score, but it's not terrible for me. It's somewhere in between. The big question is, how many shots did this set cost me versus if I'd been playing with my own set of custom fit golf clubs? And I think that really there was only one occasion where this set of golf clubs cost me, and that was on the 12th tee. So the 12th is a par 3 over water, and I know that these irons are stronger than my set of irons, so I ended up taking one less club, hit it well, didn't make the carry, went in the water, took double bogey, and was a little bit frustrated as a result. But really, that would be me getting used to the irons. Apart from that, I'd say on the whole, these clubs delivered the sort of results that I would expect, frankly, with my own set of golf clubs. There were a couple of occasions, both with the fairway wood and the hybrid, where because the shafts are a little bit too soft for me, that I ended up hitting shots that just turned over a little bit too much. A couple of other things to point out. Firstly, the putter is very short. This is about, I think this is 28 inches long, which is pretty short, but I think I probably hold more putts today than I would have done with my own putters. That's maybe an interesting finding for me. And the other thing is that there's only 12 clubs in this set. So if I did want to get it up to 14 clubs, I'd probably put another wedge in and maybe a 4-iron into this set as well. So that might edge me closer to that £1,000 mark. But I think the experiment has been a very interesting one. And for me, it's gone to show that if you don't want to go down the route of kitting yourself out with new equipment that might cost you a little bit more and you wanted to go down a cheaper route, this is definitely worth considering. But my advice would be that if you're a golfer who understands what specs they need, make sure that you marry them up as closely as you possibly can. That will make a big difference. If you're not, if you're new to the game, then try to find something that's as forgiving as possible. Probably shafts, I'd say regular shafts, just to give you that little bit of help through the ball is probably a good way to go and is a good starting point, because it's good to know that you can get good quality brands that are going to be forgiving. They are going to reward you for the good shots that you hit. And as I say, let you get away with the odd missed strike from time to time. But there you have it. That's it for now from the London Club. Thank you very much for watching. If you do have any comments, please do post them below. Be really interested to hear what you have to say. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.